Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Blackbird. We're going to talk about Mr. David Bennett, who received the first animal to human organ transplant. He received a heart from a pig. And we're also going to talk about the woman who says that Mr. Bennett did not deserve a second chance at life. So stick with me and let me know what you think in the comments.
A man who received a first-of-its-kind heart transplant from a genetically modified pig has died. His name is David Bennett, and he died 2 months after that groundbreaking procedure. Doctors say he started to decline several days ago. They say that Bennett was a candidate for this dramatic attempt only because at the time he was dying and he was not eligible for a human heart transplant. The FDA, in his case, granted emergency use authorization for the transplant.
Like pig heart. But now there's controversy. Turns out the transplant recipient has a criminal record, having stabbed a man, leaving him paralyzed. Now the victim's sister is speaking with Amber Cogliano, saying a more deserving patient should have been found.
David Bennett made headlines as a medical pioneer this week after a historic 8-hour operation in Baltimore. But now it's being revealed that Bennett has a checkered past. Turns out he served 6 years in prison. In an apparent fit of jealousy, he repeatedly stabbed a man who he thought his wife was flirting with after she reportedly sat on his lap at a bar. The victim, Ed Shoemaker, was paralyzed from the waist down and spent the next 2 decades in a wheelchair. He died in 2007.
My brother suffered and tortured for 19 years.
His sister Leslie Downey questions whether Bennett should have ever been selected for the groundbreaking pig's heart surgery.
When you read the name and it was the man that stabbed your brother, how did you feel?
Angry. And I feel that there's a lot more deserving people.
The University of Maryland Medical Center, where the transplant was carried out, says Bennett was in dire need.
I don't wish bad on anyone or ill on Mr. Bennett, but it's really hard for me to accept that he got the heart.
The transplant recipient's son refused to comment on his father's criminal history.
Miss Leslie, I understand how you feel. Believe me, I had a brother who ended up in the same situation, in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong neighborhood, and he suffered an attack and by strangers, and his life was changed forever. And so he was disabled after that, and it changed all of our lives. It hurt every last one of us. So I know what it feels like. I hated the people who did that to him. And over the years, 20 years, over the 20 years since that has happened, I'm not going to say that I've completely forgiven them, but I don't hold hate in my heart. I don't wish anything bad on them. And I did see where you say you don't wish anything bad for Mr. Bennett, but you don't think that he deserved the second chance. Well, we don't get to decide. God gets to decide who gets a second chance at life. You must have been so surprised to see this man after all those years, and it is completely understandable. However, Mr. Bennett, he did suffer. The transplant was an experiment, and in the end, he suffered. He never recovered. And they got lots of data by doing this surgery on him, this experiment, but he never recovered. And also, in the end, he contracted, or they found in his tissue, the porcine virus. I don't remember the name of it, but the heart, just didn't work after that. So, I mean, he suffered in his last days. And sometimes, I truly believe that when we suffer, God is giving us a chance to make up for the things that we've done in our lives. And why don't we just pray for this man's soul? Pray that he finds peace. Pray that he finds forgiveness. And I also pray for your family because, like I said, I know how it feels when someone hurts someone that we love and it changes the rest of their lives. It takes their potential, everything that they could have been, everything that they could have done in their lives is taken. So we also need to find peace. And your brother is now gone. My brother has moved on. He's gone. And it still hurts, but I don't feel anger anymore, even though I'm at the verge of tears right now. But there's no anger there. So I hope someday that you find peace and with all that has happened. And just know that your loved one is at peace. So let's pray for Mr. Bennett's soul, if that's okay with you. Because in the end, he was used in an experiment and he suffered greatly.